Hello and welcome back to the show. As always, I'm your driver, Spencer. Sitting shotgun is Breck, and this week with a podcast asking the important questions. Like, are things ooky spooky now? Is a Halloween special always a good time? And what do these pesky angels want? This is Be Afraid of the Dark.
Troubling answers.
And what do they want? We won't find out till next episode. Anyway.
Find out next week on Be Afraid of the Dark.
We're Shock Jock place now and get the soundboard and stuff.
We have the audience button over there. We just never use it.
We don't have an audience. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my little thing.
Oh, yeah. We have a literal, I thought you meant like for the show. And I was like, when did that happen?
Put it in while you were asleep.
Oh, well, okay. Anyway, season 4, episode 6, Yellow Fever, written by Andrew Dabb and Daniel Laughlin. I think maybe our first duo writing team on an episode.
Okay.
Directed by Philip Segricia.
All right.
Yeah.
Great episode.
This is a very good episode.
It's a funny episode, and then it's a bummer.
Yeah, it is funny in that it's like, we're having a silly supernatural adventure.
Dean's all scared, and
then
it's
like a horrifying backstory
like,
about a tragic ghost who we probably shouldn't be that mad at.
And then it's not fun anymore. But we had it while it was there. Anyway,
episode opens on a really cool shot of the wet pavement as a shadow sprints in, and it pans up Dean running in a suit. Dog noises happening.
Hellhound noises.
Hellhound noises happening. He turns a corner, hits an unhoused person's shopping cart and spills out. And he gets up and he's like, he'll kill you. Run, you gotta run, he'll kill you. And he books it. And then this tiny little fluffy purse dog runs up with a little bow.
It's such
and it's just like, do. And Dean is horrified of this thing.
Really funny.
Cut to the title card, the Supernatural.
Crows.
In case you didn't know, it's the show we're watching. And it is them talking to, I guess, the city mortician or whatever.
Yeah, like the medical examiner or
medical
whatever.
Examiner, yeah. And they are talking about a guy who had a heart attack. And it's not seeming right. They're like, well, he ran marathons and he was
a perfectly healthy guy.
And they're like, why is the FBI interested in this?
Don't worry about that. And they're agents Tyler and Perry after Steven Tyler and Joe Perry of Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You know how we love those here.
You know how we love this him.
He got hit with it too.
Anyway, they basically tell him well, we just want to find out what the autopsy says. And he's like, what autopsy? Like, the one you're about to do. Hard cut to him slicing open a body. Dean is keeping it together for the most part. Sam is really not. Sam's a little uncomfortable. And the mortician asks them, he's like, first body? He's like, far from it.
No. First one that probably had to be in the room while it was getting autopsy.
Yeah. They're kind of talking to him, and he's, cutting open the body. He's like, hand me those rib splitters, and hands him the rib splitters. And Sam looks down at the hand and sees a ring tan
ring tan, and then the victim's arms also have these gross marks on them. And
they point that out, and the mortician's like, usually when you drop dead, you drop, right? And he's writing it off as that, but the hand's really messed up.
Yeah.
And he pulls out the heart and he goes, hold this. And he hands the full heart to Dean. And that's when Sam gets a good chuckle, because Sam's like, haha, now you have to hold a human heart. And Dean's uncomfortable. And then
right on his face. Spleen juice.
Spleen juice hits Sam right in the face, and Dean gets a good chuckle. My note is the boys delight when the other one is in some kind of uncomfort.
Always brothers, baby.
Yeah, it's
always
like the prank
brothers.
Episode where they're just like, haha, I got you kind of shit.
Also, Spleen Juice would be a great name for a new metal band.
Yeah. Start that.
On it, boss.
Yeah. So they are, and the coroner's basically saying there's nothing wrong with this guy's heart, which they figured. And there was two other heart attacks.
Yes. So, and they say to, he was basically like, his heart's fine. There's no blockages.
Yeah.
So something is afoot.
Yeah, something strange in the neighborhood. Who are you going to call?
Winchesters.
Yeah. I'm in Hanover. Sorry.
No, honey, that was Dean last episode.
Yeah, that's right. That was Dean last episode. They go and find the chief of police, the sheriff, who's played by an actor named Jack Connell.
Oh,
Conley.
Is he that big of a that guy?
He's a that guy. He appears in Fast and Furious, the fourth Fast and Furious movie.
Oh, of course. So that's why you were here.
He's also in one of the Purge movies. He kind of pops up in a bunch of stuff as like a heavy.
Which one?
Which Conjure? I think
the Forever Purge.
I think Anarchy.
The Forever Purge.
No, Sheriff's a weird dude. He's like, take your shoes off.
Yeah.
They go in,
uncomfortably long.
shakes their hands, wipes
hand
his
sanitizer application.
He's also the type of sheriff that has like a wall full of trophies in his room.
He's
like
this
he's
guy.
the stuck in high school guy.
We all know one.
They're talking to him about
the victim, Frank.
With Frank, thank you. Yeah, Frank.
And he knew him very well. They played softball together, the Gamecocks. And Dean's like, he's like, it's a majestic animal.
Yeah, it's a majestic bird or whatever. So they kind of suss out of him that Frank was acting really weird in the days leading up to his death. They're like, he was scared of everything.
Yeah.
The man was scared to death, literally. And that is not great. And so they find out who the last guy to see him was.
His neighbor.
Yeah, so his neighbor. So they're walking out down the street, kind of having a basic... The classic supernatural basic breakdown of like, what happened here? Scared to death? This seems weird.
Yeah, the sheriff is like, or the chief of police, whatever he is like, oh, it's nothing but a heart attack. And they're like, yeah, probably just a heart attack. And they walk outside and immediately cuts to them going, that was not just a heart attack.
Yeah, it's really fun. And again, the very classic supernatural scene of them walking back to the Impala. They stop for a second and Dean's like, I don't like the look of those teens over there. There's just a bunch of teens casually standing by the Impala.
That's a normal response to have to teenagers.
Yeah, and then Sam doesn't think anything of it, and Dean's like, let's go that way, and they cross the street.
TV Tropes pointed out that they just used Aerosmith, and Dean literally says, let's walk this way.
Oh, that's funny. That's good. Yeah.
So they show up to this wacky neighbor's house.
Yeah, wacky neighbor.
Reptiles.
I was going to say...
everywhere.
Yeah, reptiles. He's got them. Literally, he's like a snake is wrapped around his neck. There's like lizards and all kinds of stuff all over the place.
Someone pointed out too that his two snakes are named Donnie and Marie after the Osmonds.
That's funny. That's good.
So there's that.
So and we start noticing that.
Sorry, and the neighbor also. He's like, oh, like Aerosmith.
Yeah. So they're talking to this guy, and basically they are finding out that he was weird. He's like, what was he scared of? Witches. Because he watched The Wizard of Oz the other night,
yeah,
right?
and he was scared of that green gal or whatever. I think he says green
thinks
bitch.
He's trying to kill him, right?
Yeah.
So basically he's saying he was scared of everything. They're getting double confirmation of that happening. And I think this is when we see Dean kind of scratch at his arm a little bit.
Dean starts scratching his arm a little bit. He's looking around. He's not jiving.
Yeah, he's very clearly frightened of basically everything in the room.
He's not into it.
And then basically they get all the information they get out of him, and
he confirms that the guy was a bully in high school.
Yes, yeah.
But he was like, well, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, but he got better.
He got better. He changed.
He was a bully in high school, though.
Yeah. So we figured that out.
Oh, and his wife died.
20 years ago. After what happened to his wife. Yeah. So Dean's looking at the snake and he's like, oh, you don't got to be worried about, her. She's a sweetheart.
Oh, he's like, you don't have to be worried about Donnie. It's Marie you have to worry about.
And a ginormous python like snakes over the back of the couch, and Sam looks at it and like does a double take, and it just crawls right over to Dean, and Dean's just like clutching the chair, like horrified.
Which is so funny because I think most python owners will tell you that pythons are pretty nice.
Yeah.
Like that's why you can own them as pets.
Yeah.
So you letting a snake crawl on you like that?
No. No.
There goes my Friday night plans.
Nope. So as they're
go ahead. Sorry.
As they're what were you gonna say?
No, I was going right into the next scene. You're good.
Okay. Dean driving down the road. They're talking about it. They're like, okay, so we got to do some whatever research.
Yes.
And Sam's like, Dean, what's wrong? He's like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're going 20 miles an hour. That's the speed limit. And Dean's like, what? Being safe is crazy now?
Like it's so.
Dean, who has never not sped in his life.
Dean also goes, no ghosts, no witches, no demons. Like he's so mad. And we find out here that they've done some research and the wife disappeared randomly, like 20. They use a very outdated term for bipolar, which they call her manic depressive. She was found not alive. Anyways, so we filled that in about her. Bless her heart.
Yes. And then what happens next?
He gets... Sam starts hearing the EMF meter go off and he
on
pulls it
Dean,
out and it's going crazy, and it's going crazy on Dean, and she just goes, Am I haunted? Am I haunted?
Yeah. Really just amazing stuff.
Jensen is really having fun. They're getting to do a fun dynamic this episode of Sam being like fond straight man and then Dean being like
Dean being panicky instead
like
of goofy.
it's really funny because it's usually like we have Dean be like, I'm Mr. Cool. And then Sam's like, yesterday was Tuesday, but today is Tuesday too. Like, it's a good, fun dynamic to have.
So Sam walks out of a donut shop holding a box of donuts. He gets off the phone with Bobby. And he hears Eye of the Tiger blaring out of the Impala. He walks up and Dean is laying on the seat, like rocking out.
Yeah, having a moment.
And he just taps on the roof and Dean jumps. He's like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong? And the scene reveals that Bobby and Sam think he has ghost sickness.
Which I thought was a joke.
Which is a real thing the episode did. I like it. I think it's fun.
It's funny.
Makes
it's
no
just
sense. But
it's more that the phrase ghost sickness sounds like something like a Victorian child has.
They basically do the backstory on, okay, they were out playing a game somewhere out of state. He got it from somebody there. He brought it into town. He gave it to all of his friends. And they essentially start being horrified and scared to death, right? They don't know why. They don't know who the ghost is. Their assumption is that it's probably the wife, but she was cremated, so
we can't do our usual thing,
right? So basically, then they realize that, and Dean's like, "Well, why am I infected? You got hit with spleen juice."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, Bobby and I have a theory on that. You know, these guys were bullies. They used fear as weapons." He's like, "What are you saying?" He's like, "They were dicks."
Yeah, he's like, one was a vice principal of a school, one's a bouncer at a club. They're all three victims so far have used fear to control people.
Yeah, and Sam goes, "I don't scare people." Or Dean goes, "I don't scare people," and Sam goes, "Dean, all we do is scare people." Really funny.
Which is true.
Which is very true.
Unfortunately, you're like blown away by their sexiness, and then you realize they're there to ask you about like the guy you got eaten by like a ghost shark like 2 days ago. So
they realize the thing they have to do is kill the ghost to kill the infection. And he's like, Sam realizes like, why are you down here? Why are you in the car? He's like, our room's on the fourth floor. It's high.
He's like, do you want me to get it down to the first
and so he
floor?
hands him the donuts. Dean gets in the car, looks at the donuts, stops. Sam walks off.
We cut to Dean inside doing some reading.
I'll let you talk about it. This is so funny.
So Dean's like reading these horrific tomes, and he keeps seeing all these visuals of people with ghost sickness, like their hearts exploding out of their chest and vomiting blood and all this disgusting stuff. And he starts reading these different words.
Like highlighted in the book.
Highlighted, bold. And it's just like, you're dying. Again. Loser. Like,
gonna cry, baby.
Gonna cry, baby. Like, it's so funny. Like,
it's genuinely a hysterical. Like, that's his fear. And then there's this clock ticking. He smashes the clock. Sam comes back. He kind of explains a little bit more. They're not sure what to do. They're out of leads.
All the victims so far, as we have noticed, is Dean is continuing to cough.
Yeah.
He's got the scratching thing. So now we can figure out like,
Yeah. Dean starts coughing up and he runs into the bathroom and he spits up a little like wood chip. I think there's some writing on it, which is how they go to where they're going next. But basically, Sam says, "We've been ignoring the main clue, you." And Dean goes, "I don't want to be a clue.
I don't want to be a clue. I don't want to be a clue."
So they figure out something's happening to him related to the ghost, right? This is what they think.
And the lumber mill.
The lumber mill's where they go based on the wood chip.
Always a lumber mill.
They get there and it is quite spooky.
It's like definitely not a good vibe. No, it is the Colorado equivalent of when they show up to the meatpacking plant in like a Texas Chainsaw movie.
Yeah. So they hit the lumber mill and they get out and Dean's like, "I'm not going in there." He's like, "Dean, you're the only backup I have. You're going in."
Yeah, sorry, bud.
They start raiding the trunk, and he pulls out a shotgun, and he goes to hand Dean his pistol, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not carrying that."
It could go off.
They could go off. I'll man the flashlight. It seems like,
it's so
you do
funny.
that, buddy.
He's like, okay.
Yeah, Sam is being very patient this episode
like,
in a way that I really appreciate.
It's so, like I said, he's like kind of fond about it, where he's like, okay, bud, we're going to get through this.
So before they go in, Dean takes a hard shot of liquor, some brown liquor, and really chugs on it.
It's so funny. And he's also, they walk in, and again, the EMF meter is just
going
blaring on Dean.
Yeah. And then Sam looks down, and Dean's hand is like gently on his arm because he's scared.
So the exact vibe that I unfortunately bring to Spencer, where I'm just constantly like, what was that?
Yeah, and I'm like, I walked in a room. I didn't.
I live with him, and I'm like, oh, it's just Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they bend down. They find
Frank's wedding ring.
So they keep going through, and Dean's like, that EMF reader's not going to work with me here. And he's like, no, it's not. They start going through, and they find like a locker room. And they walk in, and they hear some like rustling inside one. And Dean's like horrified, and Sam's like, mouths to him, on 3, 1, 2. And he opens the locker, ready, and it's a cat, and Dean just screams, and Sam just looks at him and is just like, and Dean just goes, That was scary.
My life.
Genuinely top 5 funniest supernatural moments.
That is all-timer gif.
Oh, it's you just his like the way he like sucks his cheeks in.
It's like that was scary.
That was scary.
Like, I think it's that and then him holding onto the walls of the plane in season 1, episode 4.
Yeah.
Those are 2 of our most all-timer, highest usage Jensen gifs.
Jensen is so good at the there's a pretty good overreaction in the next episode too.
So good.
Okay, so then they make their way into an office of some kind, and there are a bunch of sketchy drawings that are quite good. They're quite good sketches. Pretty. Of Frank's wife and various animals and stuff. So they're looking at him and they're realizing this is Frank's wife. What's going on here? And then Dean looks up, and in the corner, like hunched in the corner, is a really big bald ghost in like a
Blair Witching it. Yeah,
he's Blair Witching it. And Sam looks over and sees him. The ghost turns and his face is all messed up, like scratched up and ripped up, and his arms are ripped up, similar to Frank's and similar to how Dean's is getting with the scratching. And Sam turns and Dean is booking it out of a door.
It's like the door is like blowing.
Yeah, the door. Yeah, it's like one of those like hinge doors that like keeps swinging.
It's
and
so
Dean is
funny.
just booking it, running away. Sam turns and blasts the ghost away. He books it out of there. When he catches up with Dean, Dean is huddled behind the Impala.
Yes.
Sucking back on some liquor.
He is not having a good time.
No, he's having a bad time.
We should mention too that when the ghost appears, the mill starts like
the mill comes to life, which is so
life.
cool.
It's a
That's how
very
they notice
fun
first.
thing.
Yeah,
I love a good haunted location, like where the location itself is like alive. We love that kind of thing.
Yeah, so they have little conversation there about we got to figure out what's going on with the wife, and this is who's this guy?
What's all this about?
Yeah.
What's all this then?
Yeah, so they go back to the sheriff's office. He is out sick for the day, and Dean is standing a few feet behind Sam, horrified. He's just like
drunk AF.
Yeah, like
he's
clearly
like
out of it.
swaying.
Yeah.
And so they're like, Sam's like, okay, can you just talk to me about this guy? Like, whatever. Like, who's this fella? And he's like, oh, Luther, whatever. Oh, they found an ID at the mill of Luther.
Yeah.
Something.
Whatever his name is.
And so he gets the file from the sheriff's deputy or whatever, who's like, sorry guys, before my time, I don't know anything about this, blah, blah, blah.
And then Sam takes a step away to leave, and Dean's standing there and just looks up at the deputy. He's like, you know what?
You're awesome.
You're awesome. And Sam comes back and grabs him and pulls him away. They go through the file and realize there is a next of kin.
Well, first, the sheriff is not actually out sick today. And so he buzzes the deputy. He's like, what do they want? And he's like, they were just asking about this Luther guy. I don't know. And the sheriff is in his office.
Yes.
Violently scratching at his arm with steel wool.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Disgusting, but that is what it feels like when you have bad eczema. If you know, you know. And seeing visions of himself and all of the trophies and all of the reflections that are like, they're gonna find out what you did.
They're investigating you. They know what you did.
This is just what OCD is, by the way. It's just constant anxiety. Like, someone knows what you did, and you're like, what did I do?
Well, that's not good. So then they find out about the psych ward. They go there to visit his brother.
It's not a psych ward. It's like a retirement home.
Are you positive?
I thought it was. He seemed normal.
Tell us in the comments. I could have sworn it was a psych ward.
Oh. Maybe that was just the vibe. Are we just that used to them going to psych wards?
I mean, yes. But anyway, so they're talking to his brother, and basically the brother lets on. Oh, no. Dean's walking down the hall, and he's like, wait, we can't use fake badges. We could go to prison.
We could go to jail.
Yeah, like he's horrified at the notion of using fake badges. Seems like it's going to be fine. They walk up, and immediately the guy's like, can I see some ID?
Yeah.
And Dean just looks at Sam, and he's like, of course. And they hand him the thing, and Dean just can't let go. He's like, they're real.
They're real.
Who would fake being an FBI agent?
That's nutty. And Sam's like, shut up.
Yeah, it's really good. So he hands him back. They sit down. And the conversation amounts to he doesn't think his brother's death was an accident.
Yeah. He basically was like, everybody in town
knows that Frank did it.
Frank did it. Everyone was scared of Luther because of how he looked, even though he was a gentle giant.
Yeah, we get a flashback, which is the rare episode that gives us kind of a flashback to the scene of the crime. And this is where this episode gets hard because, like, it feels so bad for this guy. He's just like a gentle giant who loves cats and is nice to people.
Like, and the brother is like, it's not his fault. He was the town freak.
Yeah,
like he was just a nice guy. He had a crush on Frank's wife.
She was always nice to him, and he had a crush on her, and Frank didn't like it. So when she went missing, because she was having an episode, she goes missing and dies, and Frank blames him because they hadn't found her yet. So Frank goes in there with a shotgun, knocks him over the head, drags him out, wraps a chain around Luther's neck, and drives him up the road.
Yeah.
Frankly, Let Luther do this.
I'm sitting there like, I didn't see anything.
Yeah, I didn't see nothing, Luther. You're good, bro.
If Dean wasn't sick, I'm kind of like, let's
turn a blind eye for a little bit.
Frankly, everybody who was involved is dead. Embroiled.
Yeah.
Everyone who was involved is dead. So.
Yeah. So they find this out, and Dean's like, all right, now he's got to salt and burn his bones, and Sam has to break it to him. He's like, there are body parts all up and down that road. There's no way we'll find them all.
He's like, he was dragged up and down the road.
Yeah.
We'll never get every speck of blood out of this.
So what do we do? And like, I don't know, figure something else out. And this is where Dean has like a full-blown epiphany moment.
Yes.
Where he's like, we hunt monsters, Sam.
This is stupid. Why do we do this?
He's like, do you like being in a car with me for 8 hours a day? I'm annoying. I know that.
I listen to the same 5 albums I sing.
He's
and he's like, you're gassy. You get half a burrito and you're toxic, man. Yeah. I'm going. I'm leaving.
I'm done. And so Sam's just like watching
him go.
The truck
stop waitress with the weird rash.
Yeah. He like has just this full blown epiphany about why their life sucks because he's scared.
So funny.
So he goes tearing off up the road, and this is when we get the dog from the cold open. It kind of flashes away from that.
And we also get confirmation that Dean like coughing up the wood chips and the road and the everything is like Luther got road rash.
Yes.
And Luther was swallowing wood chips. So basically,
it's happening to Dean.
Yeah, it's like slow motion, like not slow motion, but like gradually happening to Dean.
And Dean doesn't want that to happen. So Dean gets back to Sam gets back to the motel, and Dean's sitting there sweating.
Like
he's like, "How'd you get here? I looked everywhere." He's like, I ran. And so Sam sits down and they start having conversation, and Dean begins to hallucinate. Mm-hmm. And he hallucinates that Sam is becoming Yellow Eyes, right? And Sam's like, "This is what I want to be. You know, this is all this power, or whatever." Amounts to that, and then Sam snaps him out of it. Real Sam, and like slams him against the wall and snaps him out of it. And they're basically just like, all right, we got to figure this out.
We got to call in the big guns.
Yeah. So
let's call Bobby.
Sam is, and it's the next day. Sam is at the mill,
the mill,
I think. Yeah. And Bobby pulls up. He's like, thanks for coming. He's like, hey, where's Dean? I love this so much because it's just, he's homesick, and it cuts to Dean watching cartoons, scratching his arm, and then the cartoons has a horse get his like a cartoon like stop motion horse get his neck like lassoed and pulled away, and Dean's like, "Oh, this isn't helping," and he turns off the TV,
so
and then
funny.
Like hard cuts back to Sam. And Bobby just like he's not going to be any help. It's so
not
funny.
Gonna be meanwhile, Dean's in Skinamarink. Like
yeah, Dean's in Skinamarink in there. Yeah, so. Bobby hands Sam. Also, this is you and I pointed out. It's a fun moment because it's the rare time where it's Bobby and Sam together
they never
exclusively.
Get to hang out.
They really don't.
And they should let those nerds hang out more.
Yeah.
Those two are nerd for nerd.
They are.
They should be hanging out, geeking it up more.
I agree with you. So Bobby hands him a Japanese book, and I'll let you explain
from
more.
the Edo or Edo period. And also we found out Bobby speaks Japanese.
Yeah, he's like, you can read Japanese, and he speaks in Japanese
and
to him.
Like, and so what Luther is a buru, which is born of fear and infects with fear. Yeah. And they basically, if they can't, salt and burn it, the only way to get rid of it is to basically scare it. So
they got to scare the ghost to death. So they hard cut back to Dean, and he's getting a call from Sam, and he's like, you said you ride the trip out. We got a plan. Everything's gonna be fine.
Ride the trip out like he's on bad shrooms.
Hangs up and cuts to Bobby and Sam, and Bobby's like, this is a terrible plan. He's like, you're telling me, but it's the only one we got. So they're gonna find a way to scare this guy to death. Mm-hmm. So the intercutting here, because I think the Dean side of this is less important. Yeah. So we'll just brush through that real quick. Is Dean gets attacked by the sheriff, and he's picturing him as a demon, and the sheriff is like freaking out. They get in a little kerfuffle, and Dean wins.
Yeah,
and the sheriff has a heart attack.
And the sheriff admits that he didn't charge Frank for the murder because he was his friend, and he looked the other way, and he's like, "So what? Who cares?" And you're like, "I think the ghost cares."
I think the ghost that's haunting you and killing your buddies cares. So then Sam walks through, and he's realizing he's like, "Oh." There's a bit where Luther's looking at him, but nothing's happening. The mill's not coming up. He's like on the walkie with Bobby. He's like, I think he's scared. And he sits down the shotgun. He's like, so what do we do now? He's like, we make him mad. So Sam starts ripping up the drawings and trying to draw him. Again, this is one of those ones where it's like, it's hard because it's a tragic backstory. This guy didn't deserve what happened to him. I don't really want to
have to do this back to this poor guy.
Yeah. But Sam gets attacked. They get in a little bit of a fight here. and he scoops up an iron chain and wraps it around the admittedly very cool thing that happens.
Yes.
Wraps this iron chain around him and tells Bobby to rev it. Bobby guns it in the Impala, drags out Luther. He like disintegrates and dies from fear.
Yes.
And Dean is no longer having his heart attack.
Yes.
And he's good.
And in the meantime, though, Dean has been seeing Lilith.
Dean's been seeing Lilith.
Little
yes,
girl
this is
Lilith.
the important part of that side of it.
So she appears to Dean and starts alluding to him that she knows he remembers every moment of hell, and that 4 months in hell is equivalent to 40 years.
Yeah.
In topside, as they love to
you
call
remember
it.
every second of it, right?
And then she starts mocking, going, but
and he's having a hard time. And then she vanishes as they kill him. So then we cut to the final scene of the episode. There's this like gorgeous shot of the brothers that
Very
literally we
beautiful.
need to get like framed.
Oh, and Bobby gets the kill.
And Bobby gets the kill. Neither of them get the kill.
Shout out, Bobby.
Okay, so they're standing there, and basically Bobby takes off, and Sam goes, "So what did you see? Like what in the final moments?"
They mock him first. He's like, "I'll hunt anything. I'll kill anything." Oh, he's so cute. Dean looks fine as hell right here, by the way. They look good.
Bobby leaves after they make fun of him, and Sam asks him, "What did you see in the end?" And you can clearly tell Dean almost wants to tell him, but then he's like, "Howler monkeys." Those things freak me out, and Sam knows he's lying.
And Dean and he's like,
but Sam thinks he's trying to save face, right?
He's like, "Oh, it's the usual stuff, Sam. Don't worry about it."
Episode ends. Really good episode. What's up?
He has a flash of Sam having yellow eyes.
Yes, for 1 second. Yeah.
We should leave him alone.
I know.
Leave him alone.
End of episode. Did we miss anything?
No, just kind of a bummer.
Just kind of a bummer.
It's like fun for a little bit because you get some classic like Dean shenanigans, and then you're like, oh.
And then it becomes kind of a bummer.
And you're like, oh, just leave him alone.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Best line?
Best line. That was scary.
That's mine too.
Yeah, it's the best line. I mean, it's so good. And then the best
that was
kill.
Scary. The ghost.
It's the ghost getting that is legitimately a really cool kill.
It's really cool because it's not just iron chains, it's iron chains with spell work.
Yeah, etched with spell work. It's a really cool idea they should use more. Iron chains that can like trap a ghost so you can talk to him. Cool idea.
Sorry it happened to you,
Our
Luther.
kill counter remains at Sam 3, Dean 5 because Dean had a great time. All right, next episode, season 4, episode 7. It's The Great Pumpkin, Sam Winchester, written by Julie Siege. Directed by Charles Beeson.
And he is like Charlie Brown if you think about it.
Halloween special! We're very excited about a Halloween special.
Halloween save me.
Yeah,
As we film this, we're months away from Halloween. I miss her.
I know.
I miss her bad.
Yeah. So, Halloween special, this mom is coming home with groceries. Groceries and a pumpkin. She walks inside. I think it says it's like 2 days before Halloween.
It's 2 days before
the 29th.
Halloween. I wrote it down, don't worry.
So she goes inside, sits it down. The husband's feeding their baby. And basically, she's like, "Oh, did you rate it?" And she's like, "I had to fight somebody for this. The stores are crazy." And she has this tub of candy. She puts the tub of candy away. He goes for a piece. She's like, "Stop it. There was no candy." Anyway, they're flirting. They're being cute.
They're having a
cute little family. She picks up the baby.
Hope nothing happens.
Hope nothing happens to those good kids.
This definitely isn't a cold open.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Imagine if there was a cold open and then it just went supernatural, but nothing happened. Like nobody died.
Really funny, actually.
Yeah. I still think that a missed opportunity is having them roll into town and investigate in nothing. It's just nothing. I think that would have been funny.
It'd be so good.
So basically, she goes upstairs with the baby and he eats some candy and he gets another piece. And he's like, "Oh, something's wrong." And he puts it back and there's this crazy shot inside his mouth of his fingers going in and feeling a razor blade stuck in his mouth. He's blood. He pulls it out and he starts coughing up and he coughs up another razor blade. And then collapses and dies. He chokes on his own blood.
The very famous urban legend. Did anyone else's parents make them check all their candy?
Mine never did.
Wow, no one cared about you.
No, not at all. They were like, "He's number 2. We have 2 after him. It's fine."
That's not.
So hard cut to, or not hard cut, cold open, supernatural logo. Sam and Dean are talking to her. Sam's talking.
It's now 1 day till Halloween.
It's now 1 day till Halloween. They got there quick.
Yeah.
They got there really quick. They had to be in the neighborhood.
I didn't even think about that.
Because there's only 3 sacrifices.
It didn't say where they were this time.
No, but that doesn't matter because they got there quick. How'd that do?
We can't think about this too long.
Anyway, it doesn't matter.
The whole show will fall apart.
Sam's talking to the mom and
she's like, "I thought this was just like some urban legend," which it is.
Yeah, and she says there was 1 in his stomach, 1 in his
throat, and 2 on the floor.
And 2 on the floor. So how did he do that? It's impossible. Dean is looking around. He opens the oven. She kind of snips at him. he continues to look. Sam continues to ask questions, asking if he had any enemies, anything like that.
Was there an affair?
Yeah. And then Dean finds a hex bag behind the fridge. And we're dealing with a witch.
Uh-oh.
And Dean hates
Town.
witches.
He
Dean does not
hates
like
them.
witches.
He hates them. These are nasty ones, too.
Yeah, so they get out of there, and Sam's like, this is it. They're at the motel, as they are off to be.
and Dean walks in eating a bunch of candy. And Sam's like, dude, what is he? He's
After
like,
you just watched the guy.
Yeah. And he's like, it's Halloween. And Sam's like, for us, every day is Halloween.
Yeah. He's like, don't be a buzzkill. What'd you find? The hex bag is very abnormal. It's got like a 400-year-old root in it, or herb in it.
A 600-year-old thing. It's got like a baby bone.
Yeah, like a tiny baby, like charred baby bone.
It's crazy. They got some crazy witchcraft in here.
And they say that. So he's also asked Dean, he's like, did anything come up on Frank? He's like, and he has this line, he was so vanilla, he made vanilla seem spicy, which is just a great expression.
I'm going to start using that about one specific person I know. God bless her.
I'm really fascinated who you were talking about off pod. I gotta know. They basically are like, whoever this is very powerful, probably more powerful than any witch we've ever fought, which is true.
It is. You're messing with 600-year-old stuff. They're like, this is old, and they specifically say, and this is important, it's Celtic.
Yeah.
Celtic?
You just said Celtic. I guess it is the Celtics, like the basketball team, but it is Celtic.
And then I say the Celtics about the basketball team, and everyone gets mad at me.
See, and it probably should be the Celtics, but it's not. You know what I mean? It's the Celtics.
Well, Boston is stupid.
Sorry if you're from Boston, guys.
I have a very strong affection for you right now with the World Cup and all the Scottish people there, and you're having a good time drinking together, okay?
Anyway, cut to a high school party. This like cheerleader and a nurse in a costume walk in, and kind of a lame party. There's no booze for these teenagers, I guess. And basically,
can't show booze with teenagers on TV,
they start flirting
on TV 14.
Yeah, they start flirting with this
like goofball dressed as a zombie.
And he explains like, y'all coming to the crypt party,
the mausoleum party tomorrow.
So they're like,
invite us to the mausoleum party.
Cool? Will it be cooler than this? Anyway, this amounts to one of the cheerleaders. The girl dressed as a cheerleader, bobbing for an apple, and she gets it really quick, and he's clearly like turned on by it. So the girl that has a crush on him, the one dressed as a nurse, is like, well, I can bob for apples too. And she goes and she's struggling, and then her face gets stuck underwater, like she can't get out.
My nightmare, for real, for real.
Yeah, they try to help her, and the water starts boiling.
Insane.
So that is our victim number 2 for the episode.
Sorry, Queen. I couldn't even catch your name. I just wrote down brunette.
Yeah.
Sorry, girl. I'm so sorry. That was a really bad way for you to go.
Yeah. So she's dead. Sam and Dean
she's dead.
Are investigating this again. They find another hex bag.
This time, Dean is like, I'll go talk to her. And you're like, Dean, stop being gross.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
We don't want to talk about this part. Dean's a little weird this episode.
Yeah.
But so Dean's talking to the cheerleader. Sam finds the hex bag this time.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the motel.
And Sam, and they're like, well, this doesn't make any sense. What are they doing?
So get this, the lore says.
So the lore says, Sam figures out that this witch is probably casting a really big spell.
Yes.
Is probably what's going on. 3
blood sacrifices over 3 days. And he basically goes into a lot of witch lore and says that this is a Celtic blood sacrifice to summon Samhain,
the grandfather of all Halloween.
Yes. So
and he basically explains to him that if he gets out, he will summon every kind of creature we fight all at once, all in the same place. And Dean's like, it'll be a slaughterhouse.
It can only be done. This ritual can only be done once every 600 years.
Yep.
And basically, Sam does a fun. This reminds me of the Christmas episode where they kind of explain the pagan roots of Christmas.
Yeah.
And in this one they explain the pagan roots of Halloween. So basically Halloween used to be the one night a year where you keep all your kids inside and everyone wore masks and put out sweets to distract Samhain so they wouldn't get eaten. And now it's a fun holiday. But anyways.
So also important to note that the high school cheerleader costume lady, the high schooler, as I will call her from now on, said she did not know who Frank was. Sam and Dean tail her because they're kind of starting to think she's probably the witch, right?
Yeah.
And she knows them. She is the babysitter for Frank's family, right?
And Dean knows this as he watches her walk in with his pile of candy wrappers.
Yeah, literally just a comical pile. And Dean's literally grabbing his stomach
been there, brother.
Yeah,
been
same.
There,
We've all
brother.
been there. He ate all the candy. And
then he watches Tracy, I think her name is?
Yeah, I think
Tracy. And she's going to be a babysitter. So
then they meet back at the motel here.
They meet back at the motel, and Sam has found out that not only did she lie about knowing the other victim, she also was kicked out of school for having a violent altercation with their teacher.
And important to note here that Dean, as they're getting out of the car going into the motel, Dean runs into a kid dressed as an astronaut. He holds up his candy, his basket of trick or treat. He's like, I don't have any candy, kid. It's a motel. He's like, so? And Sam's like, well, we have a bunch in the car. Dean just goes, it's all gone.
It's all gone. No, we don't.
And the kid goes on his way, but he's clearly mad. And Dean's like, a little bit like, what was that about?
So Sam reveals that she was in a violent altercation with a teacher, and they're like, okay, well, let's go talk to this teacher. Having a weird, scary moment staring at this like mask that one of the art students have made. He's having like clearly these weird hell flashbacks. Which you're like, oh, okay. They introduce themselves as Agent Getty and Lee after Getty Lee of Rush. And they start talking to this teacher who's like, please, call me Dawn. And Sam also is like, like bring back memories for you. And Dean's like, what? What are you talking about? And he's like, the high school
angsty
eggs,
teens.
Right, yeah. And then Dean sees a kid pulling a bong out of a kiln.
Ginormously
like,
too
that
big for
brings
the
back memories.
Too big for the kiln.
But basically the teacher tells them that he's like, oh yeah, Tracy was going after me. She was really mad because she was creating weird, scary murder art of herself killing people. And I was like, in a book, and I was like, as the teacher, like, don't do that. She got really mad at me, gets kicked out. They find out that she, quote, lives alone as an emancipated teen.
Yeah.
So they're like, cool, okay, let's go back to the motel. Like, let's discuss this.
Yeah. So I was wrong. This is where they meet the kid at the hotel.
Yes.
And that happens. Then they go inside and Cass is there.
Hey, girl.
Sam draws his gun.
Who are you?
Yeah, levels him. And Dean runs like, no, that's Cass. That's Castiel. And Sam lowers it, and they look over, and there's somebody staring out the window. And he's like, I don't know who that is. And so Sam's like, oh, wow, it's so good.
Nice.
This scene fills me with rage.
White hot rage.
As somebody with his own religious trauma, this is not a fun scene for me. He basically says, oh, it's an honor to meet you. And Cass kind of looks at him a little odd and slowly takes his hand, and he's just like, oh, yeah,
the boy with the demon
Sam
blood.
Winchester, the boy with the demon blood. It's an honor. He's like, I'm very glad to hear you stopped your extracurricular activities.
I'll kill you.
And you can see how hurt Sam is by this.
Like,
and it is, again, this is like the season of like faith disillusionment for Sam, where like Sam was the believer. Dean always thought it was silly, and Dean is the chosen one for them, and Sam is the problem child, the evil one to these entities.
He has literally suffered more than Jesus.
He literally has.
It as a Sam girl, this season is rough.
Yeah.
And it just gets rougher from here, but it's like,
so
get behind me, Sam.
Yeah, so this conversation amounts to them basically saying, this is one of the seals. And we cannot risk this seal. So Uriel steps over and Cass like, he's something of a specialist.
He's something of a specialist.
What does that mean, right? And essentially Uriel says, get out of town. We are going to destroy we're going to smite the whole town.
And they found a hex bag in the motel room too. So the witch knows
like, you would have been dead. And they're like, we can't find the witch with our methods. They're that powerful.
Yeah.
And so basically they're like, there's this, I think Misha delivers this in a great way where he's like, have you found the witch? And Dean's like, not yet. And he's like, that is very unfortunate, right? Like you can tell he's very like,
that's not good.
Without turning anything off. You just in anyway, Misha's very good as
yes.
Cass.
And so Uriel kind of does, is it Uriel or Cass? One of them, it basically is like, oh, it's Cass. And he's like, well, when your father gave you an order, wouldn't you obey it? And you see something flip in Dean's eyes, where it's like, oh, and now you've invoked John's name, so welcome to Dean not listening to you.
And Dean just brass balls it and squares up with Uriel, and he's like, you know what? You're going to have to kill me if you want me to go, because I'm staying.
Yeah.
Right? He's like, you're the big man upstairs wanted me out, so if I die, something tells me he's not going to be too happy.
Yeah.
And he calls their bluff.
Yeah.
And wins.
Yeah.
And they agree that, and Cass is essentially like, fine.
You would choose the life of 1,000 over 6 billion, which also, this was almost 20 years ago now. So like there were 2 billion less people.
Yeah, that's an alarming number change.
How does that happen?
Anyway, Elon Musk could give every single human being on the planet $1 billion and still be by far the wealthiest man in existence. Wow. Do you ever think about that?
I try not to.
Oh my God.
I would never get anything done.
This is not an Elon Musk podcast. If you're an Elon Musk fan, I'm very sorry.
We're not.
Oh, well, yeah, that's true.
I'm not.
Yeah.
Get off this podcast.
Yeah, genuinely think about what you're doing.
Anyways, They go outside to the car.
Yeah, literally my note is bootlicker Cass. Yeah. So they go outside and they're getting in the car about to go hunt this thing down, and the kid has egged the car. And Sam just accepts it, gets in, and Dean's looking around. He's like, astronaut! Because the kid was dressed as an astronaut.
Where did he get the eggs?
He's resourceful. He wanted candy.
In this economy?
Yeah, well, this was that economy.
Hey, that was 2008. That was the financial crisis, babe.
So they are realizing, okay, the only place that could burn these little bones in the hex bags is probably a kiln. The teacher is now the prime suspect.
And on their way there, they have this really heartbreaking conversation where Sam's like, I just thought they'd be different.
Yeah. He's like, I thought they'd be, and Dean's like, I tried to tell you. And he's like, I know, but like, you know, I prayed. This is what I prayed to. And Dean is being a very good brother here in this moment. Where
he's sweet.
He's trying to be like, well, you know, just because there's 2 bad apples doesn't mean the whole thing's spoiled.
Babe Ruth was a dick, but baseball's still a beautiful game.
Which I think that is a great line.
It's
I genuinely
a great line.
love that.
I love it.
So we cut to our first Castiel solo scene where he's kind of the point of view, and it's him and Uriel in a park sitting on some benches. And basically Uriel's like, you let the decision by a what does he call him? Mud dog?
Mud monkeys.
Mud monkeys.
Crazy work.
And Cass, like, they are our father's creations. You're nearing blasphemy.
You're verging on blasphemy.
Yeah.
I can't do a Cass impression. Can you do it?
You're verging on blasphemy.
How did you just do that?
I don't think it's that good.
That was incredible.
Thank you. I guess. And basically he alludes to the fact that he's like, you want to, and Uriel's like, I want to disobey orders and we can just get Dean out of here and blow up the town.
Yeah.
And Cass, like, you know what our true orders are.
What'd that mean?
And they don't explain. They move on.
And at the same time, Sam and Dean show up to the school. There's no one there. They break into this teacher's like weird locked cabinet.
In his desk.
His desk. And it's just full of children's bones.
Children's bones.
Crazy work at the high school.
Sydney, that's bones.
Sydney, this is bones. Not good. So then we cut to and the teacher, Don, as we'll call him, has Tracy, the cheerleader, tied up in his basement.
And he is doing an incantation and has all the altar set up and stuff. And then bang, bang, a double, like they both shoot twice. So both of them get a kill here. So it is now Sam 4, Dean 6. Good job, gang.
Good work, fellas.
They shoot him. He goes down. They start freeing Tracy. And double twist, right? We think it's Tracy. It's not Tracy. It's the teacher. Oh, it is Tracy.
It was both.
It was both of them. And the Dawn was going to use Tracy as the last sacrifice. They're siblings.
Which makes some actions weirder.
She's like, his incantation was so sloppy, right?
Yeah.
And she like force witch powers them to the ground. I said what I said. Forces them to the ground. They're losing it, and she's like, and then you went and killed them. Like, she's like, all this plotting and planning, and I had all these things I was gonna do, and you went and killed him with a gun. Good work, guys. And she takes up some of his blood, finishes the incantation, and the seal is broken.
Yeah.
Sam Hain rises. Demon, like, literally cracks in the ground, and demon smoke comes up and possesses the dead body.
Surely this won't have any consequences.
While that's happening, Sam gets a bunch of blood off the ground and wipes it on his face. And Dean's like, what are you doing? And he wipes it on Dean's face. They play dead. Tracy and the possessed body of Sam Hain look at each other, and she's like, my love. And
he's like, you've aged. And she's like, this face, you can see my true form. And he's like, you're as beautiful as ever.
And then snaps her neck. Yeah.
In unison.
Ah!
So rest in peace, Tracy.
Yeah, she's gone. So the seal is broken. And Sam Hain turns around and he goes to walk away. And he looks down at Sam and Dean. There's like blurry vision that he can't really see them. So he just leaves. And then they get up, and this is a really funny bit where Dean's like, what was that? He's like, Halloween lore, Dean. He can't see our faces if we wear a mask, so I took a shot. And he goes, you took a shot? Like,
what else was he going to do? You were on the floor.
You were on the floor, guys.
Diva, you were on the floor. You were prone, babe.
Yeah. So they're in the car driving, and Sam Hain is like walking through, and all these kids are passing him, and he can't see them because they're all wearing masks.
Good.
And
being a child saves the day.
They're driving. They're basically Sam's was basically bringing up a subject. Like, this is a pretty powerful demon. The normal weapons might not work.
He wants do this.
He wants to use his psychic powers, and Dean begs him not to. He's like, Ruby's knife will be enough, please. And he hands it to him. Cut to the mausoleum party with all the teenagers.
Wish I was there.
They're like dancing around awkwardly. He's like, "Oh no, it's the cops!" And then Dawn walks in, and one of the kids like,
"Oh, it's
Dawn?
our cool teacher."
Hey, and he slowly closes the gate, locks it, and then this really cool thing where all of the
graves,
the crypts are like, and they're shaking, and they start falling off. They're like, "What's going on? We're stuck." And Dawn just walks away, and one of the bottom ones falls out, and the teenager that the two girls were flirting with gets grabbed by the ankles and yoinked back inside, and then wood chippered. Blood just goes.
Wood chipper his ass out.
Fantastic
Loved
kill.
it.
It's
Loved it.
so much fun.
Mwah.
Yeah. Mwah, no notes. Sam and Dean roll up, and they have to split up because one of them has to get the kids out and the other one has to go. So Sam goes to fight Sam Hain, and Dean blasts the thing, gets all the kids out, and he steps in as two zombies step out. And he's like, he pulls out the silver stake.
What does he say? Come on, Stinky.
Yeah, come on, Stinky. Cut to Sam, and dude, this is such a badass. Like,
he's so cool.
Yeah, Jared gets a really cool moment here where he like looks and he does the pointy face, as you say he does.
He does have pointy face.
Where he kind of like gets serious, and he's walking down, and Sam Hain turns around and tries to psychic blast him with a giant arc of white lights.
The same thing that Lilith tried to use on him in the finale.
He's clearly a very high-powered demon, and Sam just keeps walking. He's like,
doesn't work on me.
Yeah, that demon ray gun stuff doesn't work on me.
Hot.
And he just starts wailing on him, and they start really beating
What if you met a demon and you just started punching him?
he just squared up.
He's mollywopping me.
He's like, "Are you gonna catch these hands?" And so they start fighting. We cut back to Dean.
The concept of I know why they don't do this because it's a bunch of props, but oh my god, if they had iron rings with like all the symbols and sigils and
Doug,
shit
I
on
have
them.
said since I first watched this show, why don't they wear iron rings? If they get stuck, they can just take out a ghost.
Or punch.
I've said it forever. There's no reason not to. Dean already wears rings.
Man, that could have been cool.
It makes me mad to this day.
Yeah.
So we cut back to Dean. He has staked two of the zombies down. He gets 2 kills. Now it is Sam 4, Dean 8.
Yes.
Because they both got the kill last time.
And we want to specify that this is because we get these confirmed on screen.
Yeah,
we're only doing confirmed on screen.
He starts fighting a ghost, and he gets flung around, and he goes, zombie ghost orgy. I'm just going to burn it all, right?
Screw it, I'm burning the place down.
Yeah, so we don't see anything else past that. Cut back to Sam. He pulls out the demon knife, and there's this cool moment where it like touches the skin, and it starts sparking.
I like the idea that they could... This is going to sound insane, but you could technically like torture the demons with that if you needed to, because
I think you could torture the demons anyway. I don't think getting shot feels good to them.
No, but like I think the demon knife has like actual power to like actually hurt not just the body but the demon.
Yeah, I agree. Sam Hain knocks that away. Sam is losing this fight, and so he lifts his hand, and Luke Skywalker's him. And this is such a cool moment because he's like walking towards him, and demon smoke starts coming out of the bullet holes from when they shot him. Cool. And he starts, and Sam's nose starts bleeding, and there's this like heartbeat sound effect, and his head's clearly hurting. Dean walks up in the background and watches this happen. Not good.
What else was he going to do?
I know. Sam is very, very, by the skin of his teeth, able to pull this off and send him back to hell.
And he seems visibly upset that he's doing it.
He seems hurt, is what he seems. Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, I got the vibe he wasn't just like, oh, my head hurts and my nose is bleeding, but also like I told Dean I wouldn't do this, and I'm really sad about it.
Maybe. I don't necessarily think so, but
interesting.
We can disagree.
Yeah.
Okay, so now Sam 5, Dean 8. We're staying mostly even, but this has been a couple episodes where we got quite a few kills.
Yeah, good work, everybody.
So he finishes it, they exchange a look, and we cut to the next day, or 2 days later, the next day. It's November 1st.
All
Sam walks into the motel room. We don't know where Dean is, and Uriel is sitting there. And he basically says, tomorrow's the November 2nd. It's a big anniversary for you.
And you're like, whoa.
And you're like, oh, he should die.
He's like, yeah, your mom died a couple of, like,
and then 22 years later,
your girlfriend died.
And you so flagrantly use the powers he gave you.
And you're like, it's not quite that simple, but let's hear you explain it, bitch.
Sam basically is like, what was I supposed to do? Let him kill me? And he's like, you were told. He's like, not to do this.
That's
and he's
the
like,
second time.
Dean was Dean was right about you. You're dicks. He's like, you've been given 2 warnings. And then he like, there's a sound effect, and Sam like looks around as he like essentially teleports right in front of him. And he's like, you're only alive, Sam Winchester, because you're useful. The second that becomes untrue, I will turn you to dust.
Yeah. And
this man's voice is one of the wonders of the world.
It's a great voice.
It's a great voice.
And before, and I'm really mad at him, but he does do something helpful here. He drops that Dean does, in fact. He's like, since Dean wants to be up on his high horse, why don't you ask him what he actually remembers about hell?
Bring him down. Ask him what he remembers from hell. And so Sam kind of is taken aback by that.
Are you telling me that angels are messy little bitches?
Yeah. Yes, they are.
That's crazy.
They're also jerks, and I'm mad at them. So then we cut to the park where
Dean moping on a bench.
Dean is moping, watching all the kids he saved. He's watching the people he saved. He's trying to think it's okay, even though the seal was broken.
Yeah, and like this ties into me of what he was talking to Tracy about in Monster Movie of like, I'm starting to think my life does have...
Tracy in Monster Movie?
Isn't her name Tracy?
No, her name Tracy's the girl from this one.
Yeah, my bad girl. Jamie from Monster Movie. About how she about how he's like, oh, I have all this like renewed purpose and I feel like my life has meaning and I should save people.
And he wants so then Cass is there and he teleports in and Dean just goes, basically asks him, he's like, what, so I failed? You're gonna tell me I failed or whatever. And they start having this conversation about the seal was broken and Cass reveals, he's like, our true orders were to follow your orders. Dean does not quite know what to make of that. He's like, what, so it was a test? And he's like, yes, it was a test.
Yeah.
We needed to see what you would do under a battle situation, right?
Like, what is he like? He was like, it was like Halloween, not the Tet Offensive.
Yeah.
Crazy work.
And Cass actually chuckles at that. He thinks that's kind of funny. And Dean basically says, with all your magic mumbo jumbo, your time travel, I would go back, I'd make the same decision again. And Cass just looks at him and is like, can I tell you something, Dean, if you promise not to tell a soul? He's like, I have doubts. I struggle with my faith, right? It's starting to show the inner turmoil that Castiel is carrying, which is what humans will do to you.
Interesting.
So, good stuff. Our episode basically ends there as Cass leaves him on the bench.
And Cass also tells Dean, he's like, I didn't want to smite the town. He's
either. Like, I prayed that you would choose to save the town.
Yeah, he's like, all of these are my father's creations. They're all works of art. But
it's hard.
Bummer.
End of episode.
We're all bummed.
This is a good one. Two really good ones, actually.
I kind of forgot. I knew this would be a Halloween episode, but I had kind of forgotten that this was so lore heavy.
I forgot this is the episode where Sam and Cat... I remember the scene, but I forgot it was in this episode. So when that popped up, I was like, hey, oh no. Anyway, best line.
And so did Sam. Dude, for us, every day is Halloween.
Yeah, fantastic. It's great.
It's just fun. I could have picked like really sad one. Can I actually? I'll tell you my runner up is "This is what I've been praying to."
Yeah. Okay, best line for me was he was so vanilla he made vanilla look spicy. Or seem spicy. Great. Best kill.
Sam Hain.
Sam Hain?
Yeah.
Over the crypt wood chipper?
You're forgetting the demon smoke coming out of the bullet hole.
I saw a dude get sucked into a crypt and blood eject out.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Like, I'm sorry.
No, you're right.
That one is so weird.
You know what? You're right. I was trying to go for fun impact, but you know what? I got to stay true to my roots of loving a blood splatter.
Yeah. You and me love slasher movies where it kind of stops the movie occasionally to do something cool.
I've had now 2 ideas for Patreon videos, one of which ranking every blood splatter far, because I think that'd be really, or guess the blood splatter by episode.
Oh, I would be good at that one, I think.
And then just ranking all of Sam and Dean's one-off love interests from one episode.
Yeah. So that's also really good.
It'd be funny.
So 2 really good episodes, and you have 1 week from today to watch the next 2 episodes of Supernatural, which are Season 4, Episode 8, Wishful Thinking, and Season 4, Episode 9, I Know What You Did Last Summer.
I remember Wishful Thinking, but I don't think I remember the other one.
I remember both of these episodes. One of them more than the other because it was one we showed a friend where we were like, you just have to see what this is. Like,
just allow it to happen to you.
Wishful Thinking may be Wishing Willow related. It may be similar. But you'll have to wait.
I'm your freaky Dean.
You'll have to wait till next week to find out. But between now and then, you know what you have to do. Get your journal, hit the road, watch some TV, but remember, you know it's out there. Be afraid of the dark.